Hello, viewers. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Bigben, the Language School. This is Ruchika. And today we have a first lesson session of for Portuguese language. And we have our expert trainer available with us, Mr. Pushkar Verma, sir. Hello, sir.
Hi, Ruchika, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Uh,
So, as so viewers, as Ruchika explained that this is our first lesson with Portuguese language. I would like to give a bit, some, explanation, some idea like what about this language. So this language actually originated in Portugal, then it traveled to Brazil because Brazil was a Portuguese colony,
okay.
and not just Portugal and Brazil. Now I guess almost more than 200 million people speak Portuguese in the world. Some other colonies such as Macau, Angola, and I guess Mozambique, this East Timor, Cape Verde. These are the countries where this language is spoken, and currently there has been a sudden surge in the demand of Portuguese speaker in India. So if somebody has good command over Portuguese language, there is a multiple opportunities as far as job is concerned. However, not only working with reputed organizations such as American Express, HCL, ULT, LNT, I mean Larsen and Turbo, EXL, Accenture, as I mentioned earlier, Wipro, some other companies. Actually, there's a huge demand nowadays in Portuguese speaker. Like when I started learning this language, I can recall that time there were not so many opportunities for Portuguese speaker. However, the situation has changed, quite significantly over the years. So it's a very good language, and the good thing about this, you can correlate with some sort of Sanskrit, not very strongly, but loosely connected in terms of pronunciation, because
Mhm.
if you pronounce the word, it sounds more like Hindi alphabet a bit. And the good thing is that there are only 26 alphabet like English, so you don't
Okay.
have to learn any extra alphabet or character.
Okay. Sir,
So today we'll yes, Rachika.
one thing I want to ask, sir, what is the
Mhm.
scope of Portuguese language, sir?
Yep. So as I explained, I mean there are various aspects, various sectors where one can try his hands in order to get a job or make his career. I mean
Mhm.
you can start as a teacher as well. I mean if you can if you can acquire the depth of the grammar and other aspects of this language, certainly you can start teaching. Also, you can apply, as I mentioned, the name of several companies. They are always looking for people who can speak Portuguese as a translator, interpreter, or let's say, the customer care representative. Apart from that, since the Portugal, I mean European countries, particularly I mean South American countries, Brazil. India is, cementing its tie with Brazil. So a lot of tourists also coming. A lot of Brazilian nowadays are visiting India. So I guess starting a sort of business with the Brazilian counterpart in terms of getting tourism. Also, working as a guide or tour guide is not a bad option at all. I guess Brazilian government also sponsors students who want to study masters, or I guess advanced level diploma in Portuguese language in one of the Brazilian universities. So that's also a good choice. As far as the learning of this language is concerned. So once you have the good knowledge, I mean, certainly there are opportunities, provided you have confidence and a good knowledge. There are 6 level actually: A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2. However, I mean, the moment I guess you complete B1 or B2 level, you are confident enough. I mean, uh, students are able to gain enough knowledge which can help them to
Right, right,
seek
sir.
opportunities in various companies. So
Okay,
it's a good language. Yep.
okay. So, ma'am, sir, sorry, sir, how is it different to English language?
I mean, it's a completely different from English language.
Mhm.
It's just alphabet are similar. That's it. I mean, A to Z, as you have
Uh-huh.
26 alphabet in English language,
Uh-huh.
the same alphabet are there in Portuguese language. The pronunciation is different altogether. There is no similarity. I guess couple of actually sound you can find from English which are in Portuguese.
Uh-huh.
Uh, Otherwise, as I mentioned,
Uh-huh.
grammatically it's completely different. Pronunciation is, it's way different than English.
Uh-huh.
Only the good thing is that you don't have to learn any extra alphabet. So since you know
Okay.
English already, I mean, students already study English in India, so
Uh-huh.
only A to Z, these are the alphabet, but they
Okay.
need to
Mhm.
pay attention to the pronunciation.
Right. So, shall we start with the pronunciation, sir?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes. Why not? So this is the screen, and as you can see, as I mentioned, there are only 26 alphabet. However, the pronunciation I can explain. So uh, two word, I guess, two alphabets or letters are pronounced different in Portuguese language of Portugal. Rest is same. So I'll just clarify those things. I'll just clarify those things when it comes. Okay. So we can
Okay.
start with A. It's given. The
Mhm.
green one is the pronunciation of Portuguese language. So
Okay.
it's you can repeat after me if you want.
Yes, sir.
It's A,
A,
B.
B.
All right.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
sorry.
sir. Mm-hmm.
So it's we can start one more time. It's A,
A,
B,
B,
C,
C,
D,
D,
A,
A,
F,
F,
Z,
Z,
H,
Aga,
E,
E,
J,
Zota,
J, K,
Ka,
L,
L,
M,
M,
N,
N,
O,
O,
P,
P,
Q,
K,
E.
E,
So this A actually in typical in Brazilian Portuguese. However, in Portuguese, Portugal is quite complicated. So you can say eri or eji. That's how they
Oh,
pronounce in the Portuguese of Portugal. Okay, so I
okay.
repeat,
Uh-huh.
eji. It's in Brazilian Portuguese,
Uh-huh.
and those who are not, I mean, you can say it's a quite difficult. So it's like eji or Erri. That's how you can
Oh,
pronounce in Portuguese of Portugal. Okay.
okay. It's R.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And next one is SC,
S,
T,
T,
U,
U,
V,
V,
W,
W,
Shish,
Shish,
Epsilon,
Epsilon,
Z.
Z.
Yep. So that is the pronunciation. However, this K letter in the Portuguese of Portugal is called capa. Okay.
Kappa.
However,
Okay.
in Brazilian Portuguese, it's just ka. All right.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Exactly. So that's your alphabet. As I explained you see there is no
Mhm.
difference. These are English alphabet,
Right. So
but
can
the
we repeat it
pronunciation is
again, sir?
sure.
Yeah.
Uh, A,
A,
B,
B,
C,
C,
D,
D,
A,
A,
F,
F,
Z,
Z,
H,
Aga,
E,
E,
J,
Zota,
K,
K,
L,
L,
M,
M,
N,
N,
O,
O,
P,
P,
K,
K,
A,
A,
S,
S,
T,
T,
U,
U,
V,
V,
W,
W,
Shish,
Shish,
Epsilon,
Epsilon,
Z.
Z. Wonderful.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the alphabet.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we can, yeah, discuss like some day-to-day greetings, or those common phrases that people use to greet, when they meet, and how to say good night, good evening, these sort of things.
Okay.
So yeah, you can see there are two tables. I mean, the English version is given for you to understand.
Okay.
However, we'll start with the pronunciation. So boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
Yeah, it's a good afternoon. I mean, there is in Portuguese, it's not like you have in English good evening. So there is no such thing like good evening in Portuguese. So you have to say only good afternoon or good night. That's it. There is no such thing good evening. So
Okay.
yeah, it's just boa tarde.
Boa tarde.
It's good afternoon. And then bom dia. So
Okay.
it's any word that ends with m, it's a nasal sound. Actually, it's like right. Bon
Okay.
dia, bon dia.
Okay. Bom dia. Good
That's
morning.
correct.
Okay.
Exactly. Then it's a boa noite.
Boa noite. It's good night.
Yeah, so it's not boa noite, it's boa noite. Yeah, as it's given there, boa noite.
Boa noite. Okay.
That's
Okay.
correct. Yeah. And if you have to say, oh, it's a good, it's okay, fine, then you say bon.
Okay. It's fine. It's mean bon. Okay.
Bon, that's correct. And yeah, technically, like to goodbye. I mean, goodbye is used when the people sort of are not going to see each other. I guess
Mm-hmm.
forever or for a very very long time, maybe.
Okay.
So adios, you can say in that situation. However, if you have to say just bye, like you say bye, so it's
Mm-hmm.
there's a word in Portuguese called ciao. It's a T-C-H-A-U, ciao.
Okay. Ciao.
Yeah, ciao means bye.
Okay. That is normally
Right.
normal by.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
If you
Okay.
have to mention like goodbye, then it's adios, which is given on the table.
Right. Right, sir. Right.
Right.
Okay.
So it's yeah, it's adios, goodbye, and the next one is when you have to say hello. In like hello, hi, all these things. So it's a hola.
Hola. It's hello.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. It's a hola, and then so how are you? It's a como vai. Como vai.
Okay. Como vai is how are
Yeah.
you?
So exactly. So not just this, there are various. Like in English, you have how's it going? How are you? How are you doing? What's up? All these sort of things.
Yeah.
So apart from Komawa is quite common, but there is also very common
Mm-hmm.
amongst Brazilian or amongst native speaker that is said as como se está? Como se
Como
está?
usted está? Okay.
Yeah, it's technically, I'll just elaborate and speak a bit slowly for you to understand. It's a como você está.
Okay.
Como.
Como você está?
Exactly. So está means are, como means how, você means you. Okay. But
Okay.
uh, yeah, all these native speakers have a habit of speaking quite fastly, you can say. So they actually they cut word a lot in their when they speak technically to each other. They
Right,
skip the
sir.
word, they cut it short. So rather than saying como você está, they will say como está, right? So
Okay.
that's how they say como está, but technically it's like como você está, but they say como está, right?
Okay. Right, sir. Right.
Now, the next one is how old are you? So in Portuguese, It's a quantos anos. So quantos anos você tem? Repeat after
Quantos
me. Quantos?
anos?
Yeah,
Quan,
quantos anos você tem?
quantos anos você tem?
Exactly. So quantos means how many actually, how much, how many. Anus means years. Você means you. Te means have. So if I
Okay.
translate, literal translation, like word by word translation would be, how many years do you have, right? But
Right.
you take the meaning actually. You don't take the literal translation, right? You
Right,
get the
sir.
sense of this. If I ask you how many years do you have, I mean, it's not like you are carrying some years in your pocket or in your bag, but
Mm-hmm.
technically, like how many years you. I mean, I'm talking about your age. How old are you actually? Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
that's the one way. Like quantos anos você. Apart from this, let's say if you want to say what's your age, so you can say qual é sua idade. Qual é
Qua,
sua idade? Sua means your, idade means age, qual means what, which, and a means is. What's your age? Okay.
qua está, estage.
No,
Mhm.
qual é sua idade?
Qual é sua idade?
Yeah, sua
Yeah.
idade. All
Okay,
right,
sir.
that's
Yeah.
how it is said. But this is very common. Like quantos anos você tem?
Right, right, sir.
Quantos anos você tem? Right.
Right.
Now, the next one is very good. Very. It's given muito bom. Muito
Muito,
bom.
muito bom.
That is right. Muito means very or much, and bom means, as I explained you earlier, it's good. So muito bom. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. Then it's given there. What is your name? Qual
Qual
é
é
seu
seu
nome?
nome?
Yeah, nome means name. Seu means your. A, you see the letter E and then top up, the sort of line that is called accent. So it
Right, sir.
means is. Qual means what? What is your age?
Okay. What is
That
your
is correct.
age? Yeah.
Exact. Sorry,
Mhm.
my bad. What's your name? Qual is seu nome? What's your name? Okay.
What's your
Nome
name?
means
Right.
name.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you remember I explained you how to ask what's your age. So you can use
Yeah.
the same thing, qual a, and in place of seu, you have to mention sua because idade is a feminine gender.
Yes,
So
sir.
seu, I mean your, will be conjugated according to the idade, which is age, which is feminine. So you have to use the feminine, possessive pronoun, which is sua. Sua means your, but when you are referring to a feminine gender, okay?
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
Right. So because as in Hindi you have the concept of masculine and feminine. Like a
Mm-hmm.
boy will say "मैं जाता हूँ" and a girl will say "मैं जाती हूँ," right? So that's
Right,
how it
sir.
is. Yeah.
All right. All
So
right.
the next one is what's up.
What's
What's
up?
up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So in Portuguese you will say "ei," "ei." Okay.
EI. Okay.
Exactly. "Ei." What's up? Okay. That's how. So these are the common thing,
Mm-hmm.
which are, I guess, which everybody should know. In
Right.
case if you encounter any native speaker, so at least you can speak a bit, like at least greeting and say hello and hi, bye, and all these things.
See, sir,
So that's
no,
that's
normally, sir,
yeah.
I just need to ask, see, how much time it'll gonna take to learn Portuguese language? Basic one only.
The basic, I guess, one can learn in like 25 to 30 classes. I guess that's it. Yeah,
Okay.
so you will be able to make sentences like present simple tense,
Mm-hmm.
continuous, and wishing people, name of the
Mm-hmm.
month, number system,
Mm-hmm.
some sort of prepositions. So yes, I mean, if somebody can learn a basic level, and if he doesn't want to, let's say, proceed further, or if he doesn't want to make any career, then basic level is okay. He can talk to people up to some extent. He can
Mm-hmm.
explain thing. Yeah, but as
Sir,
as a part of language,
mm-hmm.
the more you study, the better it is. It's a never-ending process.
Mm.
Uh,
So
any
one
language for that matter.
one more question, sir. Actually,
Hmm.
some students have their own requirement. Okay, so they
Hmm.
are working professionals. They have their
Correct.
requirement for only professional purpose, and they wanted to
Correct.
learn so early. So,
Hmm.
is there any idea to prepare these kind of students?
Yeah, so for example, if let me just like bring it down to the level where, for example, somebody is working in particular, let's say, travel industry.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess he needs to brush up his communication as well as comprehension with the terminologies that are used in that particular industry. Let's say how to say reservation, cancellation, refund, and query resolve, regarding the inconvenience or convenience of the customer, how to write an email. Let's say a customer is complaining about the services that was offered to him at the hotel, right? What are
Right.
the portals? If he calls you to how to make reservation, then how you assess what he's saying. So I guess if somebody, I mean, I guess that could be the motto of that individual who wants to improve his language because he's working. So I guess he
Mm-hmm.
wants to just brush up the language which is used in his work area, so that he can communicate with his client or customers effectively.
Yeah.
So that could be taken care of. I mean, I guess we can help him to write professional email. What are the
Mm-hmm.
terminology should be used, how to make email sound like more native, and a bit help with sort of like comprehension, how he should talk and how he should improve his communication when he listens the native clients. Yeah, so
So
these are the things that can be done.
how means so how many classes we can provide these kind of students?
uh, so it depends. Actually, what happens, as I told you, sometimes
Mm-hmm.
people qualify interview because interview is not very vast. They technically ask your introduction, your
Mm-hmm.
past experience, and your
Mm-hmm.
expectation, something about the company, which people can prepare with the knowledge that they have. But when they enter in their job domain, things actually gets multi-level sort of there. And there
Mm-hmm.
he needs to tackle with different word. So I guess
Right.
it depends, like what level does that students have already, and
Mm-hmm.
accordingly we can assess. Once we assess his level, his capacity in the language, and accordingly we can proceed further.
Right, right. So it'll take means 5 to 6 months at
And
least
now
to.
a month, like, yeah, again, as I mentioned, like 25 to 30 classes, because if he's working already with the
Mhm,
language,
mhm.
that's for sure that he knows the language at least basic level,
Right,
very
right,
well.
right, right.
Thereafter, those things like brush up with the, let's say, like conjunctions, writing longer sentences,
Mm-hmm,
the uses of correct pronunciation,
mm-hmm.
preposition, sorry, and this conditional sentences, hypothetical situation. So yeah, that could be, I guess, the area where he can be provided assistance with.
All right, all right. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for
All
this
right.
wonderful session today. So we have learned a
All
lot,
right.
and this is very helpful session to the student basically. Thing
Uh-huh.
is, viewers, if you have any doubt, any questions you want to ask from Mr. Pushkar sir, so you can call on the same number which is flashing in your screen 9805371026. So if you have any doubt, any query, and you can message me as well. This is the WhatsApp number as well. So you can share your queries and doubts in the same number as well. Thank you so much for wonderful session, sir. So
All right. Thank you very much.
we'll come back with the another other interesting session with you again. Thank you so
No
much.
problem.
Thank you.
All
Bye
right. Thank you. Take care.
bye.
Bye
Okay.
bye.